Hey there folks, I'm Pesky here, bringing another audio commentary, and today we have a game between Focus and, Mack. So it's going to be an Orc Mirror here on Melting Valley, and obviously this is a really fun map just for Orc Mirror, because there are a few more possibilities. In the past we have seen some Orcs try and play a bit differently. You won't generally go for a Farseer, but you can occasionally go for a tier 3. I mean, a Farseer is actually possible. I think we've seen Grubby play Farseer on this map quite effectively before, and go for that tier 2 Farseer Tower Rush, which is actually not that bad. But I think there are certainly a lot of different ways you can play interestingly on this map, and obviously Orc Mirror usually so by the book. It's really interesting when things do get mixed up a bit. But we will have to see how these players want to play it out. It looks like both players going for a a very centered opening, really. Obviously, you're gonna get 5 on gold, and then once you have that, you can start putting some on lumber. You can do other ways, but this is generally the best way to do it. Obviously, you can micro your peons just so that they mine a bit more effectively as well. And in that case, if you really want, you can put one earlier on lumber. If say you want to go for a bit of a faster attack or something like that, or you're gonna go straight for harassment, so you don't want to buy items or something, so you need a bit less gold. You have a couple of possibilities to do slightly different things there. I don't normally talk about them, but certainly those variances do exist, and it looks like we're going to be seeing standard openings from both players, going for that Blade Master and then getting that second burrow, I presume. Yeah, both players getting that second burrow. Matt going for interesting base build. I'm not 100% sure I like it. He'll probably still be able to fit both his tier 2 buildings back there, but I think Focus's build is probably going to be slightly better in the long run. We'll have to see exactly where the trees get mined out. You do have to be a bit careful to make sure that you can fit them both back here, otherwise you can get into a bit of trouble. But Focus is such a good player, it's unlikely he's going to make a mistake. Simple as that. And it looks like both players are going to do the standard creeping where you creep out this camp. Focus going for that? Yes, he probably is. He's just going to wait for his grunt to get in there. Obviously, you do want to get your grunt in before the trapper gets the ensnare off, so the trapper can get some hits off. Meanwhile, Mack are going to be doing the creeping as well, and obviously your Voodoo Lounge finishes just about the same time as you finish creeping. It does take a bit longer to build, but both players will be able to run back and possibly sell the item depending. Looks like both of them have got Gloves of Haste, a pretty good item really, and they both will probably keep that item because it does work out very nicely, especially in that late game, and it's really one of the few items that actually that you can get early on, but still is worth a lot in that late game. As we can see, Voodoo Lounge always takes a couple more seconds to finish than it takes to creep that camp, and that's why it doesn't really matter that, for example, Focus was being a bit slower with his creeping. He didn't send his Blade Master right in, he waited for his grunt. It not only allows you to creep a bit faster, but that time loss doesn't even cost you much, just because you're going to waste that time anyways. But now Focus selling off that TP, he's bought a circlet already, and is now going to be creeping out the Soaker Magi for that super valuable watch ward. Meanwhile, Focus, I like this, he's watching out this other camp. He's seeing that watch ward isn't being gotten here by Mack, and unfortunately Mack is the most annoying color of green. I'm going to go on to Mack's perspective just so I can actually see where his units are, because his colors blend in so perfectly with that the background here on this map. And meanwhile, Focus can be able to finish off creeping this camp. He's taking a lot of damage on this Blade Master, but he's able to heal it up while he's creeping because he's playing quite cleverly here. And meanwhile, we're seeing some nice creeping here by Mack actually. Obviously, he's unlikely he's going to want to buy any hero here or unit here. He's taking a lot of damage on this grunt. Will he lose it? No, he doesn't. Very nice little shift there. That's the type of small thing that's really worth a lot, just in terms of you get so much from doing that, and as well, it means you can heal up while he creeps, and he's actually taking a lot of damage on the second grunt as well, but you can see he's going to be able to heal it up as well, just by focusing or adjusting what's hitting what. You can really do a lot there, and that's really smart play there by Mack, who's now almost level 3, has a potion of greater mana, which is going to be great for that Shadow Hunter, and meanwhile, looks like the Blade Master of Focus coming in, going to be able to cancel a couple of salves. Speed tool being used though, very nice choice there, going to help keep those low hit point grunts away from that Blade Master. Obviously, the Blade Master can take out grunts if you give him enough time, so you do want to sort of just micro them around your base, block things around with grunts, as Mack is doing here. Focus meanwhile has more than enough mana to windwalk out of here if he's surrounded, and look like he might just about be able to take down this one grunt. Oh no, he doesn't get the hit. He's gonna have to go back in, and he doesn't have enough mana. But it looks like we could see. I'm not sure if Focus is going to go in for the kill or he's just going to wait for it. We can see both Blade Masters currently in Windwalk form, and Focus actually about to pop out of Windwalk, so he goes for it, and then he just runs straight back out of there. And I think probably Mack should have denied his own grunt, but it's I think what was actually Focus buying some time here for his grunts to attack the Voodoo Lounge as well. That's very nice. And look at this Focus going for another kill. He doesn't have enough mana, but he's very low in health, down to 24 hit points, and gets away. And meanwhile, these grunts are now trying to take down this Voodoo Lounge, which is a nice choice here. And you can see Mack buying up a lot of items before that Voodoo Lounge goes down. But I think what was happening is that because Focus didn't want to, or wanted to give his grunts as much time as possible to take down that Voodoo Lounge, he wasn't killing that grunt immediately. And I'm surprised really that Mack didn't deny his own grunt. I really thought he was going to do that. Just it would have made sense to deny that 60 experience. And Focus now very close to level 3, and we are going to be seeing. Look at this, the Blade Master drawing out these creeps. I'm not sure. Oh, looks like there was a low hit point grunt that probably just ran in there, and so that's why he went in there. Meanwhile, Blade Master using a speed scroll as well just to get in here, maybe to buy the invuln pot, or no, he's selling an item, and maybe he's gonna try and buy a speed or a invuln pot or a healing scroll really early on, and then we can see because Mack has actually blocked off his base with these two burrows. Here and here, he actually has to build his tier 2 buildings outside, which is quite dangerous, but because he knows that Blade Master is low health, it's not the end of the road for him, and we can see the Focus having to do the same thing here, and the Blade Master will be able to take down the Spirit Lodge. Nice cancel there by Focus, and the Shadow Hunter for Mack is now out, but Focus isn't out yet, so this Blade Master can run back in, try and cancel out Spirit Lodge yet again, but this Shadow Hunter is very nearly out, and obviously if Hex goes off, that can be really, really bad, so we're going to have to see. I don't think Mack's going to be able to do it now. No, he sees that Shadow Hunter, and he's going to have to run away, and meanwhile we do have Focus creeping to level 3, which is a nice thing to do if you can do it, just because that level 3 allows you to go and creep or go and harass rather than have to creep up your Blade Master with your Shadow Hunter. And the Shadow Hunter of Mack is now going maybe to creep this camp here. That's a good camp to creep. And we do now have, look at this, the Blade Master trying to do some more harassment, but has been hexed. Will be able to run away, doesn't have enough mana for one more Windwalk. And it looks like he's just going to run away now at this point, but Focus having spent a lot of time in the back of his base trying to defend it, as opposed to Mack, who's doing some nice creeping at this point. And Mack now going to creep out, obviously take down these two Wardens first. They take a bunch of extra damage from those grunts, and you can always just hex the Overseer for the entire period of time that the it takes to take down those first two creeps. And looks like Focus finally going to do some creeping with the Shadow Hunter. Has bought a healing potion. Obviously that Shadow Hunter is so vulnerable at this stage, especially considering that Focus knows that Mack's Shadow Hunter is somewhere out there, and that Mack also is a high level Blade Master, which is such a threat. And actually this first Raider's now out, and they're probably almost done. Yes, it is. And I imagine a similar situation for Focus. Yeah, Focus is in almost done, and his Shadow Hunter, or his Spirit Walkers are much further behind though. But there's and Mack's actually doing quite well in this game overall, because he does have that level 2 very shortly on his Shadow Hunter. And Hex goes off now on this Blade Master. Mack could have to run it away. Dust being used as well, and Snare going off, and Speed Scroll being used. Will he be able to get this round? Windwalk being used, so he won't be able to be surrounded. But another looks like he didn't actually manage to capitalize on that second hex, but he has chased that Blade Master away. He has been dusted, and it looks like another hex goes off. Very, very nice there, and a bit sloppy by Mack, and another dust goes off as well. Will this Blade Master be able to get away? Yes, he does, but because he's been dusted and because he's low health, he will have to run away. He won't be able to do any creep jacking here, which is what he really wanted to do, and plus he's going to have to be healing up now. He's run out of mana because he used so many Windwalks. He had to cancel that last Windwalk just to start his healing, and he's now using a Clarity on himself as well. Just to get that mana back. But meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter is now creeping up, almost level 3. Really, really nice here for Mack. Although he did take a bit too much damage there from just trying to do that harassment. Nice play there by Focus, but still, Focus's Shadow Hunter only level 1. Buying a Scroll of Protection. That's really interesting there. I'm not sure what his idea, or what his plan is there, but I mean, obviously he's going to just use it for extra armor, but I'm not sure what his overall plan is. Maybe he's going to hit before there's too many Dispels out from Mack, and meanwhile we are seeing oh no, this Raider actually spots the units there. I thought Focus would for sure catch it, but it looks like this Raider will actually be able to get away, and we did see Focus's Warmill and Mack's Warmill both going up at very similar times. Actually, that's very, very nice there, and so that is going to give them their Kodo to fill out their 50 food, and that's just so important. We can see Mack at 43, so he's going to get probably one more Spirit Walker and then he'll go for that coda. But meanwhile, it looks like a lot of damage being put on the Spirit Lodge. Ooh, look, and Sarah goes off on this Raider. So bad to lose a Raider early on in a fight. And meanwhile, we're seeing a lot of damage being put on this Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter going to go down for Focus. Oh my god, he had the healing scroll and he had the protection scroll. He couldn't use either because he was hexed. Very, very nice here by Mack. And meanwhile, we're seeing a lot of focus now on Focus's Blademaster, but it's not going to be enough. And I think Mack's going to decide to change target. And meanwhile, speed scroll being used, but not really being Mack not really being able to make the best use of it because all his low units are ensnared. Nice ensnare there by Focus as he runs that low Raider out of there. And we can see now that Focus is managing to take down one Raider. Maybe no, nice healing wave again. So many healing waves used directly on that Raider to keep it alive. Really nicely played here by Mack, and this Blademaster could have to run out of here, but does have a lot of mana left, so he will be able to get out of here. And maybe even going to try and take down this Raider, though I think that's pretty unlikely. And Mack's now chasing down the Spirit Walkers with his Blademaster, but obviously Ethereal Form can be used. This one Raider gets off an ensnare. We'll have to run for it now. Will we see a hex maybe by this Shadow Hunter? He does have the mana to use it. He probably should, but it looks like healing wave going off instead. Another good choice there, and that's going to allow his Raider to live. This Raider been under so much attack all that battle long. Really, really nicely played there by Mack, managing to keep in that battle. And this one Raider should probably turn around just to get an ensnare on that grunt, unless he's trying to get some other unit that's ahead of him. But it looks like he is just going to be ooh, look at lots of low units here. But Coda Beast is now out, and looks like an ensnare goes off on this one Raider, and Raider goes for an ensnare himself, but is going to finally go down. Scroll protection being used. This Shadow Hunter is back, obviously only level 1, meaning that you can get back so quickly. Ensnare being used now on this Blademaster, who's going to have to run out of there with Windwalk. Yes, there he goes there. But look at all the peons of Focus being brought back. Maybe we could get a nice surround there on the Shadow Hunter or something, and so many low units still for Focus. Very nice that he might manage to micro them back, but just wasn't enough. Meanwhile, a lot of Focus going down on this Blademaster. Blademaster gets taken down by the Focus's Blademaster coming out of Windwalk. Really, really nicely played there. And now Mack's very much on the defensive. No TP. He's gonna have to run for it, but he's gonna lose a lot of units in the process. Gonna lose his grunt as well. Really, really bad for him. And oh, he looks, he's actually taverned back that Blademaster. It's gonna hurt his army in the long run, but really he does need to get that back as soon as possible. And looks like both players do have a Coda Beast out now. Neither player being able to get it off in a Devour though, or it looks like a nice surround there. They're going to be able to take down this one grunt, and Focus now with bringing his 5 peons back. And I wonder how many left he has on lumber. He has 2 left on lumber. That's a good number left, and it's going to support him for a little while during the battles, and then you can bring these guys back to actually do some more harvesting when Focus thinks that there isn't going to be a battle. That's a nice choice to make there, and especially with that Spirit Link as well. It just works so well. Mack now probably going to be quite keen to do some creeping. He's actually going for an easier camp than I thought he would be. Maybe he's worried about creep jacking, but at this point, really, there's a couple good camps. This camp is really good for creeping in Orc Mirror, just because it can drop some great items for Orc, and obviously the items are really good for Orc, so being able to creep it yourself and deny it for another Orc. So in an Orc Mirror, it's just doubly effective. Really nice camp to creep, especially if you can creep your opponent's one. There's just some brilliant items there. And meanwhile, Focus's Blademaster has managed to get into the back here. Obviously too much deforestation going on here, and that's going to deny mining for Mack for a little while at least. Really, really nice. And meanwhile, this Blademaster just going to run out of here now. Does have an invuln pot. That's going to be super useful for him. And meanwhile, ooh, a creep jack going off here. Huge creep jack. This is so bad for Focus now. He does actually have a decent sized army, but it's just all such low health, and he's caught without his Blademaster as well. That's just so bad. Actually, both sides not having their Blademasters just sort of balances out. But meanwhile, Mack's Blademaster has been running in, and Focus's Blademaster just too far away, and Focus just must be kicking himself, revealing how far away his Blademaster was. Blademaster for Focus finally makes it into the battle, and a nice choice here by Focus to buy this Berserker just as a stopgap, because he knew he was going to suffer in this battle, and he is suffering a bit, but he is actually managing to do a bit of damage, and he picked up the Scroll of Beast from this camp, which he immediately used. That's a great choice by him, but he is going to lose his Coda Beast, which had devoured a grunt, and meanwhile the Coda Beast of Mack is at full health, and obviously that gives so much damage bonus. But Focus really doing a brilliant job here. This Berserker on the Mack does so much damage if you can't get a hit on it, but it looks like Mack has managed to devour a grunt, but will be focused down eventually. But he's taking a lot of damage on his heroes, especially that Blademaster gets hexed, but uses Windwalk at the same time. Really, really nice choice here. Blademaster now on the run, going to try and get away, and it looks like he will just about be able to. And meanwhile, that's a huge victory here for Mack, who's actually now being re-engaged by Focus a bit, but it looks like Focus should really just try and keep these peons alive. I just don't think he can. And oh, actually no, these are all, or almost all, Mack's peons, but Focus does have a couple peons here, which really Mack should try and take out, and he can leave the army for later, but looks like Mack's taking a lot of damage. Going for the Shadow Hunter, does get it eventually, and even though he was hexed, Focus just didn't run him back far enough, and meanwhile Snare now going off on Mack's Shadow Hunter as well. Will this go down? Seems unlikely, but maybe a Blade Master can do enough damage to take it down. But meanwhile, Mack's Blade Master now at such low health, being forced to windwalk and run away, and these peons from Focus really just doing a nice job of forming a wall, not really doing a huge amount of damage. They're doing some, but are really just keeping Mack from doing the damage he wants to the units he wants to, and level 4 now for this Blade Master, who does still have an invuln pot, and really that's better than going for Focus's army by a mile at this point. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter, oh my god, getting caught out. Focus being doing some very nice harassment here. Mack using his healing scroll as well. That's so bad that he has to use that in this situation. He can't use it when he really needs to. And oh, he's gonna lose 3 or 4 peons here, maybe 4 actually, because of that nice critical strike. And looks like that's pretty nice there for Focus, but Focus was really still taking a huge beating on his army. Hex going off now on this Raider, who did ensnare the Blade Master, so he couldn't get to the Berserker, but looks like the Shadow Hunter gonna get there and take him out. Very nice. The Shadow Hunter now very close to level 5 for Mack, and that level 5 Shadow Hunter is just so huge. And meanwhile, we do have the Shadow Hunter coming back, but he's still only halfway back, and he's only level 3 compared to the almost level 5 here of Mack. That's just such a big difference. And looks like, ooh, a Shadow Priest being picked up. Very interesting choice to pick it up so late, because it can be focused down in a couple hits by the Blade Master. So really, I got to imagine that Mack just wants to be constantly putting on pressure from here on in. Doesn't want to have spend time going back and healing, and obviously salves would just be cancelled. Ooh, the Shadow Hunter taking a lot of focus though. I think this is perhaps too much aggression here from Mack, who is in a good position. He doesn't need to push his advantage too much. The Shadow Hunter taking a lot of focus by the Blade Master, and meanwhile we are seeing Mack going for some units of focus, and this Shadow Hunter now on the run. Both Blade Masters chasing him around, but it looks like Mack gives his Blade Master up, knows that Shadow Hunter is going down because he doesn't have an invuln pot, and they're just going to be resigned to trying to take down this altar before the Shadow Hunter comes up. But hopefully Focus will set the rally point to back here. So yes, he has very smart play there by Focus. Obviously it could have just popped out the front and then been immediately focused down, and that would have been so bad. But with a level 4 Shadow Hunter down, it's going to take a long time for Mack to get that back if he doesn't tavern it back, which will cost a huge amount of money. So really no good options here for a Mack at the moment. Using Ethereal Form does get it just in time. It's Snare going off on that grunt, but it looks like Focus isn't going to even try and chase that down. He knows he's in a decent position. Meanwhile, it is 39 food to 40 food, so that's pretty nice here. Pretty balanced on for both players, but the big difference is there's no Shadow Hunter for Mack, although it is a higher level, so when it comes back maybe he'll be in a better position. We'll have to see. Focus is going to have to heal up a lot with this one Raider. Really, he shouldn't be just letting it sit around with not healing, but he doesn't actually have any salves, so he's gonna, oh look at this, oh, ooh, he is actually trapped. The Shadow Hunter is trapped in the back. I was wondering where that Shadow Hunter had gone, but it looks like not quite. He's going to have to harvest. No, he can get through just about. Very close there, and obviously the disadvantage of bringing it back here is that it was a bit trapped because of the tight base build both players went for. But looks like Focus maybe are going to go on the offensive now it's just we're gonna have to see how quickly he can actually get his Shadow Hunter here. Obviously Shadow Hunter a pretty slow unit, and this Shadow Hunter of Mack nearly back now, and Focus now scouting out what's here, what's in the army, and he is gonna see the Shadow Hunter Shadow Priest. I'm amazed he hasn't just focused it down yet. Oh, there he goes there. Just as I say that, one Raider could get an ensnare off if Mack's thinking about it, but no, he doesn't. And it looks like this Blade Master gonna get very close to level 5 now, and oh, Focus now going for this altar, but it's not gonna be in time. Both Blade Masters in the fight, neither Shadow Hunter in the fight, and Focus's units just being taken down one by one. Shadow Hunter comes out now for Mack. This could be a game-breaking choice, but both players getting their Shadow Hunters in at the same time. Obviously both have level 2 healing wave, which is the big thing. The difference in level of Hex isn't too big, but if we see that level 3 healing wave, that's just so big, especially in conjunction with the Spirit Link. And this Blade Master now on the offensive from Mack, just trying to pick down individual units and trying to get his Raiders up front. But look at, oh my god, the Raiders are so far back, only one, and it was hexed by Focus. Nice play there, and so that's going to mean that Focus is going to be able to turn around, try and do some damage, try and get off some snares and focuses, and looks like Focus has actually managed to eat one grunt, and is now going to be being forced to continue taking the fight because the other raider did get into the fight, and Focus continuing to pick off units, but really nice play here by Mack with so many Spirit Walkers being able to do a bunch of damage to individual units because they are ranged, and Focus now taking a lot of damage on this Coda Beast. Gonna have to run it back, and meanwhile we do have both Coda Beasts have devoured a unit. That's very nice, and a level 5 Balance Blade Master now for Focus. That's just so huge, and we are seeing a 4-4 still for our Mack, but oh my god, 6 experience from level 5 on that Shadow Hunter. That level 5 Shadow Hunter is so big, especially considering how many low hit point units he has. He just needs to pick up one more unit, and I really think Mack will be in a fantastic chance with taking this game. And meanwhile though, this level 5 Blade Master doing so much damage. Looks like, oh my god, he managed to take out Nakoto and gets a Raider in return, so he can't get in snares. Very nice here. And meanwhile, it looks like, oh my god, Shadow Hunter does hit level 5, and but is now in a lot of trouble. Ethereal Form being used on this one Spirit Walker, but does need to save his Shadow Hunter. Now Shadow Hunter taking a lot of damage. Hex going off on the other Shadow Hunter of Focus, and it looks like this 13 hit points on the Shadow Hunter left. Hex, and he will go down. Oh my god, that's huge now. There's no Raiders left for Mack. Can he actually chase this army down now? I just don't think he can. Maybe he can get some sort of nifty surround, but other than that, I just don't see it happening. He's going to have to try and focus down the Shadow Hunter. It does have a healing potion. Oh my god, a Raider does come in finally from Mack. Very clutch timing there, and looks like a Hex going off on this Raider, but just not in time. Will he be able to get off another ensnare before he gets killed by the Blade Master? Obviously there's no healing wave now to keep this Raider alive, so it's really, he should be able to get ensnared right now. Yes, there he goes, but ensnare comes off by Focus. So close play here, but he does manage to keep it alive, and that Shadow Hunter is going to run away, buys 2 healing scrolls, immediately uses 1, and I think Focus has taken this game now. Oh my god, that was such a close moment there. Actually, such a close series of moments, but both players coming in with those ensnares at the last second, and it looks like level 5 now for Mack. Maybe Mack can take it out. Oh my god, look at this. He goes for an invulnerability potion to stop the Hex. Goes for a dust. Focus goes for dust, but Mack takes down the Shadow Hunter. Oh my god, but it looks like he's now surrounded. He does have Windwalk, but he's just been ensnared. He has been revealed as well, and Mack being forced to buy a TP, and that's not a good position for Mack. It's a huge expense just to save his Blade Master. It's certainly worth it, but it's still a huge expense, and now only a couple units left for Mack, all really low health though, and he can heal. He's up and get some good value from them, but looks like we're gonna have to see whether Focus can do too much damage. It looks like he's going straight for the attack, and it looks like this Blade Master now very low on health. Actually, all the units very low, and if we had one Spirit Walker from Focus, could take down a lot of Spirit Walkers here, but look at all these low units. The Shadow Hunter not going to come back out in time before that Raider gets before those Raiders get the kill. Blade Master pops out of Windwalk, even uses a healing potion, and then going to pop back in. Losing focus actually on taking down that altar, but he needs to make sure it goes down before that level 5 Shadow Hunter comes back. Peons come out to repair, but will it be in time? Oh my god, it looks like it won't be in time, and really now Focus in a very dominant position, going to try and take down this Blade Master. Blade Master buys a healing potion, but doesn't use it in time, probably still on cooldown actually from the last one he had to use, and now with no heroes, I think Focus is going to be able to take this game. Oh my god, what an amazing game, so back and forth. There's the GG from Mack. Really fun game. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. I'll bring you some more games shortly. Thank you very much.